Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diva Days of Our Lives and Friends. Tonight we'll be discussing the last weeks of the show. Be sure to check out our blog, and you can also find us on iTunes, and we're also on Twitter at Diva of DOOL, and Carrie, the Diva, tweets every now and then about when she can about the show, and we're also on Facebook at Diva Days of Our Lives. And let's see, you can also find all our shows, past shows. I think we're on our 384th show, and all our interviews that we've done over the years. And with us tonight is Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hello. Hello. You can find me at Kazi Hooch on Twitter.
Okay. And Jen is here.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm at REXADK at Twitter.
Okay, and I'm Marianne, and you can find me at Mama_Hooch, and you can find Carrie the Diva at Diva of DOOL on Twitter, and also at Bob Hapka and at Amy Hapka. I don't know what they're up to tonight, but they can call in if they want. Also, you can make sure to follow at Teo Penglis and at Lauren Coslow, and at Kill Trip USA, which is Ian Buchanan, who is still flitting around the world. He's like everywhere. He's been in Paris, he's been in Amsterdam, he's been in Scotland, so he's on a big vacation.
Lauren's been in Venice,
and Lauren is,
and Amalfi Coast, and Italy, and all kinds of other stuff. So people having fun.
Yeah, she's over in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. Fighting off those Italians. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm in Johnstown, I'm in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, enjoying the rainy weather. That's
all we're getting, rain.
We had
That's
rain.
All we're getting is rain.
Wednesday, and we had rain. It wasn't even forecast to be rainy, and we had a downpour for about 5 hours. It ruined a lot of people's 4th of July celebrations.
Oh.
In fact, we ended up hearing a lot of
we had rain.
The personally procured fireworks last night because they couldn't shoot them the night before. So,
well,
yippee.
It's better than earthquakes. So hopefully all our friends out in California are staying safe out there. I know. Heard from a few of them that said that, it shook their house pretty good. So, yeah.
Yeah, a friend of a friend lost their house.
Oh, really?
Oh, they did.
Oh my gosh.
Complete.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah. I've heard a little bit of damage, but yeah. I guess if the closer you are to was that Ridgecrest? I guess is where.
Yeah.
Is the epicenter? Yeah. But they were feeling it in Vegas too. I heard.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then I saw a road where there's somebody.
Southern California's had in 20 years.
Yeah, like 7.1. It was last night.
Yeah.
Because now with social media and Facebook, someone posted on Facebook almost soon after it happened. You know what I mean? They said, big earthquake. Yeah. And then after that, I saw on my feed just different things from different people that I'm friends with that live out there.
Actually, because I have so many family and friends that live out there or have lived out there that I get notifications for LA QuakeBot or Quake. There's a couple of earthquake things, and they've been having some weird low-level swarms in Glen Avon or whatever. I don't know where that is, but they've been having they've had thousands of them in the last couple of weeks. So it's I've kind of been ignoring the notifications, and all of a sudden it's whoa. So, and they've had,
because really earthquakes are no big deal to them out there, like the lower ones. It's a natural thing, and it's no big deal.
Right.
Until they get to that level. so they get to that.
I'll never
this
forget
level,
the time I was out in LA. I was visiting my aunt that lived out there, and I remember we were driving parallel to the coast, and she said, "See that over there?" And I was like, it was like the road that was parallel to the beach, and I'm like, that looks like it used to be all one piece before. She's like, "Yep, earthquake." So it's a little disturbing to think that you could be driving down the street and all of a sudden the road splits in two. That would be like pretty terrible.
It swallows you up. Yeah. Like you see on TV, like the earthquake. Hollywood movies, So hopefully that'll be it for a while, but so just wanted to mention that. So, all right. So I guess on to the show. I don't know, where should we start? Let's see. Well, maybe we'll start with Kate. You want to give the Kate update, Anna?
Well, I can't give it because I didn't see this week.
I said you want me to, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And you tell me what you think. You want me to? Okay. We were talking about that.
There's a phone ring in the background. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, that's okay.
There's a phone ring in the background.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have fireworks going off outside like the neighbors across the street. So if you hear big booms, it's them because they were putting them off on the 4th of July. I think they have leftovers. So, yeah.
Oh, dear.
But, we had, before the show started, we were talking about, about Kate. And so right now Kate finds herself in a situation with Ted. They're down in the DiMera tunnels, or in the tunnels, but in the room there that she had been in before with Marlena and Vivian. And Xander has them down there, and he's led Kristen to believe that they're dead, but they're not. Of course, Xander couldn't do that. So Xander's been bringing them like some food and water to drink, and Ted's been eating because he's been so hungry, but he can't get Kate to eat too much stuff or whatever to drink. And I've seen on other sites people are saying, okay, Ted's been eating all this food and drinking all this. He's been drinking champagne and whatever, different stuff. And, where's the bathrooms? People were bringing that up. Yes. Yeah. And remember when Vivian was she was buried alive or in that thing? It's like she was in there for months or weeks or whatever.
And Maggie was stuck in there, too, at one point.
Maggie.
Well, and then they were, and Marlena and Vivian and Kate were stuck down in the same room for days, it seems like, a while back, last year, a couple of years ago. So, yeah.
It's a soap. That's what people say, it's a soap. You're not supposed to think of that. But, no, we fans, we think of every little, we notice everything. We want to know why, and why did you miss this, and why are you doing this, or this character wouldn't do that. So, yeah, especially with history or any little things like that, but that's what everyone was saying. Shouldn't they have to go to the bathroom by now, as long as they've been down there? But anyway, so, of course, they've been down there so long, and it's hot down there, and it's warm, and all of a sudden, Kate's telling Ted that he stinks. And he kind of smells under. He goes like this. He goes, oh.
I saw that.
So, of course, it's so warm. So, of course, he has to take his shirt off. Take his shirt off. So, he takes his shirt off. Yeah, and there's all these cases in the corners. All these cases of champagne are stored down there. So he gets this bottle of champagne, and he starts pouring it on him. He's thinking that's going to make him smell better, I guess, and that's he's washing with the champagne, and Kate's just watching him, shaking her head, what are you doing? And I'm there, Kate, why don't you just go take a drink of that champagne? Really, off that chest, go take a taste, Kate.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Are you crazy? I was waiting. I'm thinking she still might. Because she got to the point where they were talking about, she said something to Ted about, you missed out on a good thing, you missed out on a good thing when you betrayed me with Will. And so he comes over and then finally he just grabs her and they're kissing. So that's the start of another little thing. But I thought that was
wait, they were
that was where Kate is. Yeah, they were kissing. Yeah, oh yeah, he grabbed her by and she was kissing him. So
did you see what he called her though?
Yes. Go ahead. Go tell them what.
Katerina.
Yes. Oh. He called her Katerina, and that's what isn't that what Stefano always called her?
Yeah.
Call her that. Yeah. He did call. I did catch that. Yeah.
But that could be another reference too. Katerina von Leusner.
Having what?
Katerina von Leusner.
I don't know what that is.
Carly?
Oh.
That was Carly's name.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Way back, I forget. Yeah, okay. I forgot that. Yeah.
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 And Frankie.
Yeah, that kind of come out of the blue.
Yeah, Francois.
Oh, and Frankie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because that name, when he said that, I said, wow, hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard her called that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we have this whole Ted thing, and now we have and Kate missing. Of course, people are starting Rex hasn't heard from Kate. They got married, and they were having this barbecue, and he hasn't heard from her. And, of course, Hope hasn't heard from Ted. But she did see the necklace, so she's kind of getting suspicious of Xander, and Brady and Rex are also starting to get suspicious of what's happened to Kate. So Xander's really kind of getting himself in a situation here where Brady confronted him because he wanted to know something about he got a call from Rex saying what is it, Ted? Help me with this, Jen. Ted, they've been texting as Ted, Xander's texting Rex, right? Saying that Kate had to go out of town.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Kristen is texting for Ted.
Kate. Kristen is, okay. And so Rex thinks that she's out of town, but Brady's looking for her, and he must have found out from Rex saying, why did you send her out of town? And Brady said, no, I didn't send her out of town on business. And then Xander jumps in and he said, well, I did. He said, yeah, I sent her. So, yeah. So Brady's yelling at him and telling him not to do that. So Xander was covering now because Rex and Brady are starting to figure, wait a minute. And then Rex is getting, he notices in his text that Kate always signs off her text to him with X's and O's.
Yeah.
And the last couple texts did not have those. And he says, and this just doesn't sound like my mother. So, and then, so now, and then Hope, because of the necklace, she checked with the jeweler, and he said that was a one-of-a-kind necklace, so she knows that's the one that Ted had, and she wants to know why Xander has it. So she confronts Xander, and Xander said that he met him he was on his way out of town, and he was in a pawn shop. And why was Xander there? Did he say why he was there?
He didn't say.
He didn't say, or something on his way out. Happened to be in a pawn, I don't know, and he was going to pawn the necklace, and he said, I really liked it, and I wanted to give it to Ciera, so I bought it from him. So, I mean, he's kind of trying to cover his tracks, but Hope's getting suspicious. So I'm thinking he's going to get found out soon.
Yeah, Hope got the Salem brain.
Yeah. She's starting to act more like a detective now. She's figuring none of this stuff is adding up. So,
I loved how at one point Kate, I can't remember if this was last week or this week, how Kate, they were putting two and two together, and Kate's like, you know, basically like, well, if we're counting on Hope's stellar detective skills, we're going to be in here for a long time.
Yeah.
She's so sarcastic. I love her.
Yeah, but I guess then Ted's idea worked because that's why Ted gave him the necklace, hoping that somehow Hope would see it and figure something was wrong, which is kind of that kind of worked. So, so then you have eventually. This I'm getting ahead of myself, but eventually Kristen or Kristen, right at the end on Friday, comes into the room and is startled to find there is Ted and Kate. And how that led up to that was Stefan had, because she's working for Basic Black, and then Gabi Chique, and Stefan wanted them to put together this launch program. And Gabi's coming up with all these great ideas of having this, DJs do something on the beach. And, of course, Kristen's just knocking her down and saying that none of this stuff is going to work. And she's kind of like trying to take over. And so they were saying about, they could use the champagne that's down in the tunnels. So he tells Nicole to go down and get the champagne and go down and get the champagne. So that's when she goes down, opens the door, and sees Ted and Kate.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, of course, Xander's going to be in trouble now.
After wondering where they were buried because they're supposed to be dead.
Right. So now she knows. And I didn't catch part. I think, didn't she almost kind of give herself away? She said something about father. Oh, father wouldn't like this or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then how did she get out of it? I forget that.
She said,
what did she say?
Your father wouldn't like this. Like to, Stefan.
To Stefan. Okay, because he looked like surprised, like, what did you say? Okay, yeah. So that's what's all going on. And then, of course, Stefan and Gabi, they still have the hots for each other, and I think that's gonna heat up. I think that's gonna heat up more next week. Between the two of them, and he's really starting to fall for her, and I think she is too. But
yeah,
well, I guess we'll have to see on that. And did anybody see the Rafe and Carrie? Although, we didn't actually see it. They didn't actually show them really in bed. They just showed them kissing, going up to the bedroom.
Yet.
Yeah, and they lay down on the bed, and then the next thing you see is Rafe waking up, and then you see Carrie beside him.
Yep,
so
and Eric
kind of
opening the door.
Yes, Eric comes in thinking it's just Carrie in there.
Eric? He's always finding people in bed together. What is the deal? Does he ever knock?
Yes.
Well, look who he lives with.
Look who what?
Look who he's living with. Lex and Ciera, who are doing it all over the place and walking around in their skimpies.
Good point.
Oh, that's the thing, and this is another thing on the sites that I go on, and they have comments. They said, here's Rex and Ciera, who are both doctors, okay, making buku bucks. Now they're married. Why don't they get a place of their own?
Yeah.
Why are they still in Rex's apartment? And then they're also doing it on his couch. They don't even go into the bedroom
or Eric's apartment. Well, and at least they could change
still there.
The pillows on the couch for a change.
Yeah. Yes. It's all for the plot, And then we have Eric, who's back at the pub. It's just like, okay. So, and Eric had the best line when he caught them together. He said to Rafe, "What are you doing? Going through all the women in my family?"
Yep.
Oh, good one.
Because Sammy and Carrie and Hope.
Kate?
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. Kate's not his. Never mind.
No, not Kate. No, but the last couple, yeah. 2 of his sisters and his aunt.
But what about what Eric's doing?
Yeah.
Nicole, who is with Brady, and he's lusting after Ciera, who's with Rex.
With Rex, yeah.
So
we still have Rex, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's like.
And we still have Ciera and Eric.
It's like,
oh, well. I thought that was funny. That was a good line.
It was.
So. Oh, yeah, they're all with, I can't keep it all together, or track of who's been with who. Everybody's been with everybody in that show, actually, so when you think about it. So we have Ciera and Eric. Eric was in praying for Claire, which we'll get to, and Ciera comes in, and so she's comforting him and all that, and in the meantime, she told Rex she's not going to wear the necklace. She's done wearing the necklace, and Rex wants to get rid of the necklace, so he has it with her, and he has it with him, and he runs into Chloe. So Chloe's sitting there, and they're talking. He says, and he tells Chloe the whole story, and he says, I was just going to get rid of this, but it would look so good on you. I'm going to give it to you. So he puts it on her. I'm there, Rex, you are what a flippin' idiot. Then his other, then Brady, the other idiot in the family, comes walking through and says, "What's going on here? Is she making a play for Chloe, or what's going on?" And they explain to Brady, and then that kind of is where they figured out the whole thing with Kate and the texts and stuff. But in the meantime, then Rex. When Ciera finds out what you did, that's just as bad as Ciera accepting the gift for Xander as you giving it to Chloe. Is he not? Oh, they have made that. And I know. And I'll tell you, when they first come on, Rex and Ciera, I really liked them. I thought they could really, but they just messed the character of Rex up. Because I really like Kyle. I really like him. Not so much the character. I liked him as Brady. But I don't know. We know he's leaving, but I don't know. But I'm thinking, I don't know, how Sarah's going to take it when she finds out that Chloe has the necklace now. But I mean, sometimes guys are stupid when it comes to that kind of stuff, but that's really stupid. He's topping Brady. He's really.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
That says something. That's saying something right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just thought that was. But then
I can understand why Kate's worried they're never going to be found. To be honest.
Yeah. And then you have to think, wait a minute. Is that really Kate's son? That can't be Kate's son.
Well, wasn't he supposedly so smart that he was Rolf's understudy for a while back in the day?
Yeah.
But yet
he's a brain surgeon.
He's a brain surgeon. But now in real life, because I've known a few brain surgeons in my time, they can be really, really, really smart at brain surgery and kind of be dense at other things. So that part can kind of fit.
Well, that could be. No common sense.
But Rex is
I know. And Ciera gets on my last nerve anymore, but I
like Ciera.
She just needs to just tell. Yeah, I like Ciera and Xander. I can see that happening.
Yeah,
more so than Ciera and Ciera. I mean, Ciera and
think about it. It's not like
Eric.
Maggie could say, "Oh, don't marry a a hoodlum or a what would you want to call it? A bad guy," and because Ciera could say, "Well, look who you married," So.
She married one of the baddest guys. Yeah, at that time. Yeah, and plus she has a soft spot for Xander too.
I know she does.
They've kind of bonded. Yeah.
But I love.
And I don't know, but I'm just loving Xander. I'm just loving. I mean, he's in everything now. Now I think he's on contract now too on Paul Telfer. But he's in every scene now.
Compare him, and I'm not trying to be ugly or mean or anything, to Chad. I mean, Xander really. Yes. I mean, he's interesting in everything. I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody or anything, but they kind of run
He's
Chad
got a
into the ground,
spark.
I think. He does.
He's got the it factor. When he walks into a room or he's in a scene, he's got you. Yeah, he's got the charm, and he's got the the character does for sure. Yeah.
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 And as a person, he's very down to earth and nice and decent, which is cool. Anyway.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is.
He's not full of himself. He's very very.
Yeah. You follow him on Twitter too. I follow him on Twitter, so he's another one to follow. A telltale for. Yeah. He's out there tweeting about his character and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought him back.
And he's gotten better
times.
Each time.
Yes. Oh, yes. Every time. Because at first I
remember when I hated him. I couldn't stand that
I know.
guy.
When I'd be like, when somebody said, "Oh, Xander's coming back," I'm like, "Oh," you know. But now I'm like, I get it. I
didn't find him attractive at all, or nothing. Not attractive, and now it's like, yeah, he's attractive and he's charming. Yeah, he's just, he's. It's funny how he just played it so differently each time.
Very talented.
Oh,
I always liked because he hated Teresa and I hated Teresa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, back at when he was with Teresa. Yeah.
I hated Teresa.
Yeah. So then they brought back the barbecue. Rex and Ciera wanted to bring back the Brady Horton barbecue, 4th of July barbecue that Bo and Hope always did. So they were buying all this food, and they were going to have a cook out there. And so she and Doug and Julie had the same idea to have it over at the Doug's place because Lani and Eli were there. So, but then Ciera called to invite her to the party, and so Julie decided, they'll just go over there. So then there were some good scenes where Julie always spouts off her mouth before she knows. So she was kind of giving it to Lani, like how breaking her grandson's heart, and you should have gave Eli a chance, and she's going on and on and on, and Lani can't get a word in, and so Eli comes in and puts his arm around Lani, and they're kissing, and she's like, "Did I miss something?" He said, "Didn't Lani tell you?" And Lani said, "I didn't get a chance to." She looked. So Julie had to eat. Doug's looking at Julie. Like, "Oh, Julie again."
Open mouth.
Then Julie apologizes. Yeah. What's that?
Open mouth and so forth.
Oh yeah, and she does all the time, which makes her, But that's her.
I love her. I love it that she does that.
Yeah. Oh, she's good. Oh yeah, her and Doug's it's always nice to see them. They'll always pop on every so often. And and Eli proposes to Lani.
Yep.
Yeah, so to get married. So and then we have the Claire and Ciera. The big Ciera, okay, how do you like, okay, I think it ended last week where we said Claire kind of overpowered Tripp, however she did that. So then she has the knife, so she gets, of course, Marlena and Ben kind of figure it out, and they call Hope, and they all get to the apartment. They find Tripp there, and he says that Claire took Ciera. So I guess she had the knife. She had a knife, right? Is that what or the lighter? Did she have a knife? And she had the knife, I guess. Somehow she got Ciera over on the ferry, into the bed, and then we see there's Ciera again tied to the bed.
Again, tied to the bed.
Again. Yes, and then the third time. The third time. Even Ciera said, "Not." It was so funny. You see Ciera and she looks. She goes, "Not again." Like. That's what we're all saying. Not again.
It's so ridiculous. How many cabins can this other girl burn down? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's back at it's not the Horton cabin. They were back at the other cabin. The cabin.
The other cabin. Okay.
That Ben set fire to with Abby and Chad, and then where Claire did it again, and then again when Jordan was there. So, but anyway, so we have Claire going. She plays. She played crazy really well. She says, "You just have to go away." She says, "I need the pain to go away, and I need you to go away." She was saying that she was in so much pain because she lost, Ciera took everything from her and blah, blah, blah. But then again, I guess, and then Sean came back to town. And there are a lot of people saying about, well, where was all her family? Which is true. Where was Sean? Where was Belle? Where was her grandmothers knew nothing was going on. And everybody's shocked to find out this happened to Claire.
Yeah.
But I think if more people were paying attention to her, they would have seen it. But no one was.
Yeah.
He was living in Victor's house.
Really?
How could Victor not know?
And Victor, nobody noticed. Claire was like coming unhinged.
Poor Claire. Marsha.
Yes.
Always Ciera.
Marsha. Yeah. Blaming it. Typical. Blaming everybody but themselves for their problems.
The moral of this story is don't take your kid and take them around the world on a boat for their formative years.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah. So, and so we have that happening. Oh, and then they come in, Ben and the rescues Ciera, and they take her away, and then Marlena's there with Claire, which was some nice scenes, and Marlena says that, she's there for her and where they're going to get her help and everything, and then Claire grabs the lighter. Of course, it's gasoline all over her, all over the bed, and she's like going to threaten to, light herself on fire, and Marlena kind of talks her out of that, and then they have her sedated. They have to tell Sean, who, of course, he doesn't believe anything, and he's trying to contact Belle. And in the meantime, Belle surprises everybody. She knows nothing, so John and Marlena have to tell her. Of course, she doesn't believe it, but then she goes to see, and then Sean and Belle are together. And then Ciera finds out about Eve knowing about Claire, because they found, because Eve had texted Claire, that they were trying to set her up. Right. So, of course, Claire left her phone there, and they found it. So they played it back. So Ciera says, she's known all this time, and they played it for John and Marlena. So now John and Marlena know, everybody's going to know, and John and Marlena confronted Eve about it. So I don't know if Eve's going to go down for it or not. I don't know.
What about
she really didn't break any law, but
yeah. So. What about what Sean said to Tripp?
What did he say?
You expect me to believe that Claire took you out?
Oh, yes. Right. That's what everyone said.
Yeah.
Right. Little skinny Claire. Yeah. Although when you're crazy, you might have a lot of extra strength. I don't know. I don't know. Or Tripp just didn't expect that of her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So I guess this is going to, I guess that would be Olivia's last scenes, I guess, be coming up soon, I guess, because I would think that they're going to take her with, Belle and Sean are going to leave and take her, get her help. So I don't know. Maybe that character might come back at some time. I don't know. And I'm not sure how Tripp will leave either. Oh, there were some nice scenes with him and Kayla too.
Yeah.
Meaning that he never really had a mother, and he felt that she was the next closest to a mother that he that he had, because he didn't really know his I guess his adopted mother died when she was younger, and of course he didn't really know the other mother, so Ava, I guess. don't know, is there anything else? Or
JJ and Haley.
Oh, JJ and Haley, yeah.
Yeah. And Jennifer,
what's going on there?
they banged on the door.
Oh really?
Yeah, Haley's back.
They were getting down when I last saw. So Jennifer let the air out of the room again, huh? With another couple. Oh, that's funny.
And then Jennifer did find out that Jack wanted the diary. And he got it from Will, and so she says, "You do want to get your memory back." So I guess she's a little hopeful about that. So, okay. I have a caller. I think it's Angela. I'm going to bring her on. She's been on for a little bit here. Hello?
Hi there. How are y'all?
Hey, Angela.
Hey,
Hi.
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 I was just calling in just to see what you girls were thinking about and what you liked, disliked. So just been listening.
Okay.
I didn't get to see much
Angela,
of it.
before we talk about the show, I know you'd appreciate this. I had been noticing that even though Carolyn Coulaton had been in the credits all along, that Richard Coulaton had not been for quite a long time.
Right.
And he's just reappeared recently. So maybe he was off for a medical reason or something, or doing a project or something. I don't know, because he was definitely not in the credits for months. And I was kind of worried about him, but
I think it's even more than months. I think it was almost as soon as Ron and Sherry came, he was out of there pretty quick. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm glad he's back. Like I said, I like his writing, and of course I like like Carolyn's too.
Carolyn's are the best, I think.
Yeah, well, they're some of the most experienced. They've both been head writers before. Yeah, they've got a skill set to do it.
They've got it all.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure it's probably for them. It's probably fairly easy, unless they're working for Dina, and maybe I think it'd probably be easy and working for Dina no matter what. But I think if you have a good head writer and have other good people, which I think he does, but that's probably for someone with their experience level, it's probably a relatively easy job to do. Because they've been writing scripts for a long time. So, but I'm glad he's back. I did not know that. So that'll be interesting. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Sure.
I didn't see very much this week. Almost to the point. The week I watched, I missed the call. And so then I call in, and of course I can't contribute much to it. But I saw a picture this week on Twitter, and I just wondered if because y'all are seeing the show more than I am, or maybe you just had a thought about this too. I thought it was really interesting that they've put such conservative glasses on Casey Moss. Are they really trying to really make him a lot more conservative? They were almost like EJ glasses.
Oh, he had glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dark ones.
Oh, I think
I did see that picture.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, it makes him look different for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It gave him a little bit more of a serious, versus
maybe they're trying to mature.
Was that a personal picture? I think was that him personally, or I don't think it was because JJ hasn't had glasses on like that. I don't think in the show. I'm thinking.
Okay, well,
I don't know if that was like his own picture. Yeah, I think it was like him personally. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Well, that's good too. That's good too because
I remember. Yeah.
But he's been on the show while he's growing up. I don't know how old he is now. I sound like somebody's grandma saying, "Well, how old is he now?"
He's gotten better too.
I think he was good when he came on, and I think I still don't think they're giving him as much good material as they could. I think he had that snafu at that event or wherever it was, and then they, really kind of put him kind of backburnered. And then, but I think he's long since made up for that. And then I think he did really well when they saved one of. I've already forgotten which one of the babies, but when he saved one of the babies, and I thought that was really good. And so I hope that they give him more to do, because I do think he's a good actor. And I think he's, like I said, I thought he was kind of good out of the gate without a whole lot of training. So I think he just has a natural, proclivity for it. So anyway, but I'm going to have to look about the glasses, because I liked him in those glasses. And so if Days is listening, I think they should get him in those glasses more often, because I thought they looked good. But maybe that's just his own personal glasses. I'm sure I'm old enough. I'm sure I'm old enough to be his mother, so I don't mean not saying anything.
They were regular glasses or sunglasses?
No, they weren't sunglasses. They were
regular
glasses.
Like a dark rim, like EJ used to wear.
Yeah.
Oh,
like EJ used to wear.
Okay.
Or Jane Scott.
I wonder, do you happen to remember what context the picture was in? Like, was it Days of Our Lives that was tweeting it, or?
I had to. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I follow him personally, but I do follow, a number of people
but I have seen
that he acts with on the show. So
I'm
it could have been something. It could have been something with Missy Reeves. It could have been with. I don't remember. That's awful to say, but there's.
I was just
so
curious. I'm very
going.
curious to see it.
It's been. I mean, I can't say that I saw it was last week or week before last, but it's been fairly recently, because that's not something I think I would just keep squirreled away for too long in my brain. So eventually go. So it's been too long, I don't think. But I thought it was interesting, and I don't know. Did y'all talk at all about when? I guess it's Vivian or whoever Robin Strasser's going to play starts. Did she already start, or are we still waiting for that on the show?
We're still waiting for that, and I'm not sure when she's going to be, because there hasn't been anything said recently.
Yeah, well, she was. I follow her and have followed her for, gosh, since before One Life to Live went off the air on ABC. A long time I followed her, and so, but she doesn't tweet as often as she used to now that she lives in California. But she said something. She was encouraging people to donate to something. I forgot what it was. But she was saying, saying just, she said, even if just the 18,000 people that follow me just gave $1, look what that would be. And then she said, and I'm unemployed, and I'll put money in. So I'm thinking, so is she done at Days that she's saying she's unemployed? Or is she, because I'm hoping that that's going to go well and that they'll have her back at least as recurring. I hope it goes. I just really want it to go well for her and for us. I do too. She, like I said, she's she's a character, but she is an excellent actress, and I just it's just, and she loves doing it, and it's just such a shame she hasn't had an opportunity to. And I think everyone that gave it their all when they went to Prospect Park, just got burned so badly that it just wasn't. I just think she just needs another opportunity, because I think she's still great, and I think she would be great with Cassie DePaiva. I think she could really add a spark, and if they've got the right script and the right thing. And Vivian, like I said, I'm okay. I love Louise Terrell, but like I said, Louise Terrell doesn't want to come make the trip back out to LA, especially if it's something like it's recurring.
Yeah, I think it's her choice not to come back. So they had to get somebody else.
Yeah. Well, like I said, but now Ron is close to Robin, so I mean, I don't think it would be a far stretch for him to want to try to figure out a way.
Yeah.
For her to.
I'm sure she'll do a good job.
I know. I'm excited. I sent her.
It's Vivian.
I had asked Carrie about, I guess, 2 weeks ago about reaching out to her again because she had tweeted me back, tweeted to me one day, and after I followed her for I don't know how many years, I was shocked, and then I didn't hear back from her, and then but I did send out another tweet to her just to say if she had considered it, and if there was an appropriate time, she could just DM me.
Oh, okay.
So I hope she does, because I think it would be fun for us to have her on the show.
Definitely.
Oh yes,
so,
yeah.
But and I just y'all may have covered this too. I thought about this question earlier today, and I'm going to ask it tonight. What was it? My brain is just thinking in so many different directions right now. Wasn't there going to be a Princess Gina story with Stefan?
Oh, I don't know. The only time Princess Gina was on was those scenes when Marlena went to heaven or hell or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's all. That's all Princess. Now, whether that was all they were going to do with her, or if there was going to be anything with Stefan, I don't know. I just know she was on for just a little bit, but that was all in Marlena's dream.
Okay. The dream was kind of like when Vicky. Jen, you watched One Life to Live. Somebody else besides me had watched One Life to Live. Jen.
Yeah.
So remember when Erica went to Erica Slazak's character Vicky went up to heaven or whatever and saw. I guess that kind of reminded me a little bit of the
Yep.
thing.
Definitely.
But I thought it was back. It was back when Tyler Christopher was still there, early on. But they did a lot of hinting. They did. They showed. I think it was she and Tyler Christopher, and she was in the Princess Gina hairstyle. And so I was kind of looking forward to that, and even if it was with Brandon Barash, I'd still be very happy. I like Brandon. But I know that y'all are saying he's already done, so I don't know. But
no, he's staying.
Is he staying? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry. I really missed that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
He's gone, and then he came back, right?
Good.
Yep.
Awesome. I like him. I like him a lot. I mean, and again, and I'm happy.
I've been pleasantly surprised, actually. I like him too, and I didn't think I would.
Yeah. I loved him on General Hospital, and and that was I think that was kind of one of the first soaps he ever did. And then he was on Gilmore Girls. If you ever watched Gilmore Girls, he played one of the boyfriends. And I remember him from Gilmore Girls. So that was a long time ago. But I think he's really good, and I think it's just hysterical how whatever he and Camilla have got, they really have a chemistry. It's really funny.
They do. They have a good chemistry.
She has really moved up to center story more so than I ever thought she ever would. I was not excited when she came to the show, and I was for a long time still not real excited with her. But I think she has really blossomed. And,
you remember Lola too, huh?
Yeah, that was not. Like I said, she was very young.
Yeah,
that was not. That was not. Yeah, when they announced she was going to Days after that, I was going, oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh, I really did. I did. I think I probably said that on Twitter, which was terrible. I shouldn't have said that, but now I think she and Brandon, and it was. I read this. Like I said, I haven't seen. I'm hoping maybe I can this weekend try to see something, pick an episode and watch at least one. But they were talking about how they get so enamored with each other. I guess it's a nice way to put it. And they got enamored with each other at Julie's club on her desk or something. And I'm going,
yeah, I think that's coming up next week. We haven't seen that yet. That's.
Oh, okay. I'm
no,
sorry.
but the pictures are out there. No, the spoiler pictures are out there that's coming up. Yeah, I think because Julie catches them or something. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So
anyway, but
that's
go Brandon. And honestly, his little girl, because he was married to Kirsten Storms, and they have a little girl together. Yeah, they're divorced now, but they're co-parent. But that little girl Harper is the cutest thing on earth. I don't know if y'all follow either.
I
Brandon
follow him, on Instagram.
or Kristen. Yeah, I mean that child is so beautiful and so sweet, and she loves her daddy.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's a good daddy. You can tell that man is a good daddy. So that's a lot.
Yeah, sure.
That's sweet.
So anyway, that was nice. But I really have nothing. I feel so bad. I really don't have anything else to even add to the conversation. I do not. Obviously, I don't know anything that's going on. So I just wanted to call in and say hi. Listen to you girls.
I'm glad you
know.
It's great to hear from you. We always love it when you call in.
Well,
we were just about finishing up. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have any other storylines? I'm trying to think if we covered everything or not.
I don't think of anything.
No.
About Roman and Carrie.
They had a conversation.
Yeah.
Carrie was telling them. Of course, she's separated from Austin. She was telling him.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what they were? Yeah.
They asked the question on Twitter about did we care very much or something about if she, or were we upset that she was going to getting involved at some level with Rafe. And of course, I said I really don't care what Rafe does.
Right. And what was the idea of breaking her and Austin up to come back and sleep with Rafe and then leave? Because she's leaving. It's like doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, what does it say about Rafe? I mean, it doesn't make any difference because that character is just so bad. But I mean, seriously, I mean, and somebody made a funny joke on Twitter about it, and they said, it makes no difference to anyone that he's just slept with everybody's sister and mother-in-law, and it's just like. If you knew somebody in real life and you would go, "What's wrong with you? You're a strange person." So anyway, but that hasn't happened yet. But I guess they just didn't want to bring back either Austin. I guess Patrick Muldoon maybe didn't want to come back, but I would have thought Austin Peck probably would have because he lives in LA, doesn't he?
Yeah, and something curious on the Days of Our Lives app. There's a new feature with Lauren Koslow, Brian Datillo, and Austin Peck. It says which one did it, which one said this, or which of my sons did this, or whatever, and then they would give him a scenario, and then they had each of them had to say, was it Austin, was it Luke, was it Austin, was it Lucas? So if he was there with them and it looked like they were on set, I don't know unless he just showed up to do that. So does that mean he's back? Or is maybe he's going to come back with Carrie, or is he coming back? I don't know. I don't know why he was there, but they do have it on the Days of Our Life app.
Well,
I mean,
good.
He's there.
I'm glad.
It's just recent. It's just recent, so I don't know what all that's about.
Because I looked at that site last week, and I don't remember seeing that, so that's interesting. I'll have to look for that. Yeah, I hope they do. I mean, like I said, Austin Peck was, he was on the show. He certainly played Austin the longest.
Probably,
I know Diva Carrie is definitely partial to
the other one. Patrick Muldoon. He's the original Austin.
I like Austin Peck. Yeah, I like Austin Peck.
I think I think Patrick Muldoon is probably a better actor, but I think that he's just done so many different things. I just don't think that he's the kind that wants to really kind of get tied down in a soap. And Austin Peck has a family and a different kind of life. So I don't know. I just think, I think, and like I said, he was on there for so long as Austin, that it just seems like you said. I mean, if they're going to do this whole story, if she's going to go and have some type of tryst with Rafe, it seems like we would have at least gotten to see something of Austin or gotten, I don't know, more information than that. Because Carrie's not like that. I think Carrie has always been a good girl, overall.
Yeah.
She's made a few bad mistakes here and there, but really, she's the good girl. Sandy's the one that's, the mischief maker. So I don't know. I just find that interesting. But like I said, I don't care about Rafe, so they're not going to get any big feedback from me, no matter what Rafe does, unless they bring EJ back and Sammy and they just start that whole thing again. And then I would just probably pull my hair out. But anyway, it doesn't. It just looks to be, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I guess we just wait. But there is something this summer, isn't it, where James Scott's going to Canada with somebody to do a public appearance?
Oh, I don't know.
It's been a while
since
I've seen that. It came out, I think, in the spring, and I haven't seen anything more about it. I have to check with some of the eJammy folks. They'll know if he's still doing that. But it's going to be in Canada, or it was going to be in Canada. And somebody else was going too. I can't remember who it was though. It might have even been Tyler Christopher. And I just don't know. That would be interesting. Anyway, but that's it. I know y'all are getting ready to wrap up. I just wanted to say hey.
Yeah, I'm thinking we have coming up onto the hour. Yeah,
okay.
Coming up.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Well, everybody have a great week.
Have
a good
Okay. I think we covered everything.
Bye, Angela.
Take care.
Bye. All right.
Take care. Bye,
bye, guys.
Bye.
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 How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.